Hello, hello. Thank you so much for clicking on my channel. My channel is Things to Do, and I am Erin, and it is my goal to ensure you are never bored. And so I'll throw out some ideas. Hopefully, you'll take one or two of them and enjoy yourself. So I'll jump right in, as always, in no particular order. Visit an animal shelter. So when my daughter was younger, it wasn't Christmas unless there was something living, breathing, furry under the Christmas tree. She's just an animal fanatic. So we've had everything from hamsters, gerbils, guinea pigs, um, mice. Mice are really, really smart. We had two mice, Aunt Sharon and Aunt Katie, and those are my sister's names, which we just thought it was so funny to name these two mice after them. And then they eventually had babies. So one had to be Uncle. Anyway, so we, for the most part, have always had a dog in our family. But as you know, dogs often don't live as long as we do. And so we were in between dogs, let's say, at one point when my daughter was younger and my son was younger. And we went to an animal shelter. It was it wasn't part of a big group of animal shelters. It wasn't like the SPCA. It was just a small animal shelter, just the one location. And we asked if we could come and walk some dogs. And they were so happy to see us. They welcomed us with open arms, and they explained that many of the dogs, because they have such a shoestring budget, many of the dogs don't get walked unless it's volunteers coming in to walk them or prospective new families coming in. And so we also learned that the puppies seemed to get walked a lot, whereas the older dogs didn't. And so we would go and we would hunt for older dogs, and they had a big field behind this shelter, and we would walk the different dogs, and it was so much fun. And it just felt good too. So consider going, playing with some cats, just whatever needs to be done there with the animals. Consider, and it could be just an hour. You don't have to make a day of it. It could be quick in and out. So consider visiting an animal shelter. The second item is consider going to see a play. So we have a few large theaters where I live, but we also have some smaller neighborhood theaters. And so if it's been a while since you've seen a play, a live play, consider checking out what you have available in your area and buying some tickets and going. I had gone, and it had been a long time since I had been, and I really, really enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun. So consider going to see a play. Third item is, I do this all the time, rearrange your furniture. If you're just kind of in a slump and I don't know, let's say the living room, the furniture's nice enough, you like the decor enough, it just kind of is feeling stale, rearrange the furniture. It's amazing. It just really breathes life into the room, just whole new life, changes everything pretty dramatically, just changing the furniture around. I do it all the time. In my bedroom, family room, dining room, I have a sideboard. The dining room will go this way, and then I'll move it and put it this way. And then I have this great big long pew my husband got me years ago for Christmas, and we painted it white. And sometimes it's in there. Sometimes we move it to the sunroom. I love rearranging furniture, and I will often take furniture from a different room and swap and that kind of thing. So it's fun, and it's you sit down and it's like a whole new room. So think about rearranging your furniture. Third item is research, or no, actually the fourth item. I'm sorry, I have my little list here. Fourth item is research a possible new hobby. So I don't say start a new hobby just yet, because you may find out, let's just say you jump right in with both feet and you're running around, you're getting supplies, maybe you're purchasing some equipment, and then you have everything you need and then some, and then you get into it and you think, oh, this isn't really that enjoyable. This isn't fun. So research a possible new hobby. What's the cost of this hobby? Is this really expensive? Is it something that there's a need for? Like maybe are you going to be making things that you could gift to people for their birthdays or Christmas time? Any kind of holiday. So research a possible new hobby. And of course, it doesn't have to be making something. It could be going and doing something. But before you invest a huge amount of money in golf clubs, rent some or use someone else's, and make sure before you run and invest a bunch of money that this is a hobby that you are interested in. So again, spend some time researching a possible new hobby. The last thing is kind of a deep one, so you really got to take some time to think this over. But this thought came to me a couple of years ago, and I think about it again and again, over time, and I kind of rewrite myself a little bit sometimes. So anyway, this is the idea, something to do. Think about, and it sounds morbid, but I'm all right with it. Anyway, think about how you would like your obituary to be written. Think about what it would say about you. If you asked 5 people in your life right now how they would, and don't necessarily do it, but you're just kind of thinking through all this to yourself. How would 5 people close to you describe you? And just kind of the whole obituary, what would it say about you? What would you want it to say about you? And then once you've kind of gotten that in your head, make the necessary changes in your life. So what I mean is, I think about this and this is how I want to be remembered. Well, it's not always how I'm living my life. So I maybe need to, rein in a little bit in this direction, that direction, make little tweaks and changes. So again, think about how you would like to be remembered and then make the necessary changes in your life. If there are any, perhaps you're living your life exactly how you would want to be remembered. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I always feel like there's room for me for improvement. So anyway, kind of a deep one there. But anyway, hopefully you'll take 1 or 2 of these ideas and you will not be bored. And I appreciate you clicking on this video. I hope you'll consider subscribing. I try to get out 1 to 2 videos a week. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.